Well, the Republican National Committee, in its first pro-Romney ad, suggesting this presidential race is a contest between cool and competent, taking the opportunity to blast President Obama for his appearance on Jimmy Fallon Tuesday night. Here's some of that piece.
Americans are tired of being tired, and many of those who are fortunate enough to have a job are working harder for less.
Now is not the time to make school more expensive for our young people.
Oh, yeah. You should listen to the president. Or as I like to call him, the Preezy of the United Skeezy.
Joining me now to discuss it, Leslie Marshall, a syndicated radio talk show host and a Fox News contributor, and Michael Graham, who is a radio talk show host and a columnist for the Boston Herald. All right, panel, so they seem to be mocking the president for going on Jimmy Fallon and suggesting that Mitt Romney is the more presidential, may not be as cool, but is more competent. Is the ad effective, Michael?
Oh, come on. Mocking the president. Who could possibly mock the Preezy of the United Skeezy? I think Washington, Lincoln, Roosevelt, Reagan, the Preezy. Don't you? I mean, that's what we need here. As those college kids who are watching, half of them can't find jobs in their field at least. 85% of them are moving back to their homes. Oh, and they get to keep paying Social Security and Medicare that they'll never get because they're going broke. They love the Preezy of the Skeezy, or as I prefer to call him, the Ayatollah of dig us in a hola. That's what I'd like to think of our president.
We love rhyming. Leslie, look,
I do my best.
Is it real? Because President Obama, they're contrasting President Obama on Jimmy Fallon doing the slow groove song about student loans, and then Mitt Romney making a serious speech. President Obama gives a speech every day. It's not like he's not talking about it, but then he went on late night and had some laughs about it too.
Absolutely, no question. And Michael, by the way, those people graduating from college have more job opportunities this summer. You can check that out a little. Google on Woogle, and Woogle on Google. Okay, so here's the thing. You know, when Bill Clinton years ago went on Arsenio Hall and he's playing his saxophone, the right attacked him then. Did very well with the youth. Barack Obama did very well with the youth in the last election in 2008. He has in the polls more youth supporting him, but he needs more of those youth, and he needs them to come out in November and vote. So I think it's okay to be cool and competent as a leader, and I think it makes him more likable. And right now, the two things it's going to come down to in November is who America likes and trusts.
Well, you know,
and
Michael,
the president's likable.
Chris Cillizza at the Washington Post, before I let you, he at the Washington Post poses it this way. He suggests, at first glance, the coolness gap between the two parties' nominees would seem to favor the president. After all, who would you rather vote for, the coolest guy in school or Alex P. Keaton? So, you know, think about it. Are we getting a narrative from the RNC that it's President Obama is, you know, the John Travolta character in Grease? He's the coolest guy in school. He's the one you want to be with. He's the one who's the most popular prom king. Versus, right? Is this the choice versus Mitt Romney and Alex P. Keaton, who is definitely not the coolest guy in school, but who somehow you might trust to fix your problems?
Well, look, as one of those people who suffers with the burden of great coolness, as I do, I was the king of Peoria in high school. I put the leisure in leisure suit. I want you to know that.
I'd like a picture of that.
No doubt about it. Republicans have always suffered from painful lack of coolness. I mean, Mitt Romney's the kind of guy who goes into an ice cream shop, sees a vanilla, and says, "Is everything a little less edgy?" I mean, that's who he is. But I could not disagree more with Leslie. No one's going to give a crap about cool. This is going to be about jobs, the economy. Who the hell's going to pay my mortgage for me? And this, I love this sunshine about the jobs claims. We're 15 million jobs light from where we were under George W. Bush. We're tagging out about 150,000 jobs a month, which is less than about half of what we need. We've had the longest term of 8% or higher unemployment since the Great Depression, and we're going in the wrong way. And there's all these college kids out there. Look, I want to be cool too, but doing bong hits will not get you a job. And that should be the message of the Republican Party for 2012.
There's so much to go after in there. Leslie, is it true that no one gives a crap about being cool?
Oh, no, you are wrong. I mean, there are 3 reasons people vote for people in this country. It's historically proven. 1 is name recognition, which both candidates have. 2, it is likability and relatability. Let me give you an example. When John Kerry and George W. Bush had 3 debates, the majority of Americans, left or right, felt John Kerry won. When they asked people who you're going to vote for, not just Republicans, but others said George W. Bush. When they said why? Well, they felt they could have a beer with him. They felt that he was likable, approachable, relatable. And you know what? He obviously didn't think vanilla was too edgy. Maybe John Kerry did, Michael.
Remember, it's funny because you point out these debates. Remember, who am I? Remember Al Gore? And how negatively people react to his constant sighing in those debates that he had with President Bush first time around. He was running for election first time around. The point is, though, Michael, people do like President Obama. His likability factor has been high all along. Maybe it'll be even higher because he slow grooved with Jimmy Fallon on that show. But do people want to vote for him because they like him, or are they going to believe that as much as they like him, there's somebody more competent to run the country?
Look, Leslie's absolutely right. In the majority of presidential elections, likability is almost unbeatable. When I used to run campaigns for a living, my 3 rules to the candidates: do they like you first? Do they trust you? Can you do the job? But when was the last time we had an election where the economy was in this lousy shape, where the direction of America was on the wrong direction so obviously, where gas prices are soaring through the roof while our credibility abroad is so low that the Syrians have now killed 10,000 people, and they just shrug at the president when he says, you better cut that out. America's standing is astonishingly low. The economy is in astonishingly bad shape, and this is one of those elections where people set aside who do I like. They're willing to go to the doctor with the lousy bedside manner if they think he can cure the problem. So normally, Leslie, I'd be with you 100%. This year, you're wrong because Obama has been this bad. Hey, you want a hip, cool thing to say? I got it for you. Obama, so far, he sucks. That's the slogan for 2012.
That's cool.
And
I don't hear Fallon calling you, Michael.
And this is how we have to end it. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you, Megyn.
Thank you.
Remember that.